Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Rengoku book listener by me. So let's get into it. Rengoku had always told you to avoid going out in the night, especially after you moved to some place. A certain place that was rich in demons. And he had no idea what the cause was yet. He had to fix it. That was part of why he was assigned here. And he told you to be careful. He initially opposed the idea of you even coming with, but since you insisted, well, he could not exactly refuse that. And it's not like you didn't know any self-defense. You knew how to fight and the like. But it seemed like there were far too many curses. And he just did not want you to be in a position where you had to fend for your life. So that's why, when it actually happened, that you were stuck in a situation that you had to, it was terrifying for you. The demon came into your home, and there was nothing you could do. No way you could prevent this now that it's happening. No way that you could prevent this fight that was about to take place. And you were terrified, and rightfully so. You had no idea what you should do or could do, and you felt trapped. You could only fight to the best of your ability and try your best to survive, considering that the demon was way more powerful than you are. Perhaps you were not the best at fighting, and maybe it was a wrong idea to try to follow him into danger, but you also couldn't fathom leaving him alone. Perhaps you were destined to make this mistake. It didn't matter what you were destined to do, or just how you made this mistake in the first place now that you're in the place where you are. And you could only pray that Rengoku or anyone else would come soon and that he would help you. Anyone. And so, as time passed and you continued to fight on, not wanting to give up, eventually, you felt your bones tire and your arms grow sore. And there was nothing you could do about that. Not a single thing. Beside maybe accept it and accept your defeat as the demon lunged for you for an attack that never came. You shut your eyes immediately as you got close, but then nothing came at all, and you could only watch in pure admiration as Rengoku fought him off, and you heard him talk, looking at you in absolute concern. "Ryan, darling, you are fine, aren't you?" he asked, and you could only nod. The words, well, they didn't have any words to say right now. You were stunned, beyond any words. You could only watch in absolute amazement and wonder just how lucky you had to be for this to happen. It was something you had dreamt of, something that you felt more than lucky to have. To have him like this, in this moment that you needed him so desperately. And here he was, not leaving you, not even in the hardest times. He was here, helping you, and being there for you as always. And so, as he fought the demon off and killed him, you were trembling, and you had only realized that after the danger was fully over and wiped away. And Rengoku immediately went over to you, taking you into his arms. "Mayan, sweetheart, you're fine. You're safe now. No one can hurt you anymore," he said. And you could only nod. It felt like you weren't in your own body at this moment. It felt like you were completely frozen, and there was nothing you could do. But as he watched you and took your face into his hands, he leaned in, pressing a soft kiss on your cheeks. "Come on, let's get out of here." he said. To him, he knew he had priorities. He knew there were things that he must never abandon, but at this moment he knew you needed him, and he must be there for you. This was one thing that he would never change no matter what. He still has duties to fulfill. He knows that very well, and he will not leave them unfulfilled, but at this moment in this day, you need him. And you did need him quite a while ago. And he feels as though he was not there soon enough. He feels like he failed you in his own way, but the truth is, he did his best. And you were more than happy with that. You were safe with him, and you felt loved and cared for and wanted in more ways than one. And as you were in his arms, carried by him, back home, you could only be thankful for the way that you were treated and for the love that he was giving you. And soon, you fell asleep in his arms, leaving him alone with his thoughts, to wonder just what he was doing and what of it was wrong. He knew that a lot of things were difficult between you two. Your lives were different, and your views, of course, were. But he knew that your love would always reunite you in the end. And right at this moment, he knew the importance of love, the importance of having you, and just how much he's afraid of losing you. He doesn't want to let go. He doesn't want to lose you in the slightest. He wants to have you for as long as he could, and for as long as time would allow him. The universe is cruel, and it has taken far too much. So for now, he will fight. He will work and he will beg. If it means you get to stay with him just one day more. And as he headed home, to your true home far away from the chaos, he was grateful that you were safe. But he could only wonder just what the future carries and what dangers you may encounter in the end.